What if I told you that you could accomplish more in 12 weeks than most people do in 12 months? That's the bold promise of Brian Moran's The 12-Week Year, the system behind the most successful people that nobody talks about. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how this book can transform your productivity, why traditional annual planning is sabotaging your success, and give you the practical framework to start your own 12-week year today. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about why your New Year's resolutions keep failing. Moran nails it when he says, we mistakenly believe that there is a lot of time left in the year, and we act accordingly. Think about it. January 1st rolls around, you set ambitious goals, and then what happens? You coast through January thinking, I've got 11 months left. February comes, you're still not consistent, but hey, 10 months to go. Before you know it, it's November, and you're scrambling to salvage something from your yearly goals. The 12-week year flips this script entirely. When every week is crucial, there's no room to coast. As Moran puts it, there's nothing like a deadline to get you motivated. Instead of a 12-month marathon where you can afford to walk for miles, you're running a 12-week sprint where every step counts. This creates what the book calls productive tension, that healthy pressure that keeps you moving forward. Think of it like athletic training. Athletes don't train for a full year straight at the same intensity. They work in cycles, 12 weeks of focused training, then recovery, then another focused cycle. This periodization approach is scientifically proven to deliver better results than endless grinding. The 12-week year applies the same principle to your goals and productivity. After each 12-week cycle, you take a 13th week to rest, reflect, celebrate accomplishments, and plan the next cycle. This prevents a burnout while maintaining momentum. Now, here's where most people mess up goal setting and why the 12-week year approach is different. First, your goals must be laser-focused and measurable. Not get healthier, but lose 15 pounds and run a 5K. Not grow my business, but increase revenue by 25%. The book is crystal clear. Vague goals produce vague results. But here's the kicker. You only pick 1 to 3 goals maximum for your 12 weeks. Why? Because as Moran quotes Henry David Thoreau, it's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? This is the part most productivity books skip, the emotional component. Moran emphasizes that without a compelling reason to choose otherwise, most people will take comfortable actions over uncomfortable ones. Your goals need to connect to your deeper vision, not just what you want to achieve, but why it matters to your life. The book talks about creating a personal vision first, the kind of life you want to lead, the freedom you want, the relationships you want, and then aligning your goals to that vision. Here's a practical exercise from the book. Write down your goal, then ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Keep asking why until you get to the emotional core. That's your fuel for the tough days ahead. The book also prepares you for what's coming. There's something called the emotional cycle of change. You'll start optimistic, hit reality and doubt, potentially reach a valley of despair where you want to quit, but if you push through, you'll reach success. Knowing this pattern exists helps you persist when things get tough, because you understand it's just part of the process. Your compelling vision becomes the anchor that pulls you through the low points. All right, you've got your 1 to 3 goals. Now comes the execution framework, and this is where the book gets really practical. For each goal, you identify 2 to 5 key tactics. These are the specific actions you'll take weekly to achieve your goal. If your goal is to lose 15 pounds, your tactics might be work out 4 times per week and meal prep every Sunday. The key is these tactics must be within your control and specific about when and how you'll do them. Every week, you spend 15 to 20 minutes creating a weekly plan. This isn't just a to-do list. You're taking your tactics and scheduling them into your calendar like appointments with yourself. The book introduces 3 types of time blocks that are game changers. Strategic blocks. 1 3-hour block per week for your most important work, completely interruption-free. This is where you make real progress on your goals. Buffer blocks. 30-minute to 1-hour blocks for all the small stuff, emails, admin tasks, phone calls. Instead of letting these scattered throughout your day and killing your focus, you batch them. Breakout blocks. Here's the surprising one. At least 3 hours per week during work hours for personal time. Rest, fun, family, whatever recharges you. This prevents burnout and actually makes you more productive. Every morning, you review your weekly plan and know exactly what needs to happen that day. As the book says, if you've scheduled a tactic to be completed that day, don't go home until it is done. This level of intentionality is what separates high performers from everyone else. You're not reacting to the day's chaos, You're proactively designing your success. Here's where the 12-week year gets really smart about human psychology. It gamifies your progress through measurement. The book distinguishes between lag indicators, the results you want, like pounds lost or revenue earned, and lead indicators, the actions that drive those results, like workouts completed or sales calls made. You can't always control the outcomes, but you can control your actions. So the system focuses on measuring what you do, not just what you achieve. Every week you calculate an execution score. If you plan 10 key actions and completed 8, that's 80%. The magic number? You need to hit at least 85% execution consistently to reach your goals. This is brilliant because it gives you immediate feedback. You don't wait 12 weeks to see if you're on track. You know every single week. The book recommends weekly accountability meetings, either with a partner or group, or even just journaling to yourself. You report your execution score, discuss what worked, what didn't, and commit to next week's actions. When you see that gap between where you are and where you need to be, that's what Moran calls productive tension. It's uncomfortable, but it's fuel. It's your signal that you need to step up or adjust your approach. Keep it simple. A basic scorecard, a habit tracker, whatever works for you. The key is consistency and measuring, not fancy tools. The measurement creates accountability to yourself and makes the invisible visible. Let me leave you with the most important insight from this book, and it's something that completely changed how I think about success. Moran writes, "The barrier standing between you and the life you are capable of living is a lack of consistent execution, not intelligence, not connections, not luck. Execution. People earning $1 million a year aren't working 10 times harder than those earning $100,000. They're working differently. They're executing differently." The book boils this down to 3 principles. Accountability. Not waiting for someone else to hold you accountable, but taking ownership of your choices and results. Commitment. The difference between being interested and being committed. When you're interested, you do it when convenient. When you're committed, you accept no excuses. Greatness in the moment. This is huge. Greatness isn't some future achievement. It's the choice you make right now in this moment to do what you said you'd do even when you don't feel like it. As the book puts it, results are not the attainment of greatness, but simply confirmation of it. Greatness is built one choice at a time, one day at a time. The 12-week year isn't just a productivity system. It's a philosophy that says you have more control over your results than you think. It's about taking 12 weeks to prove to yourself what you're capable of. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one goal that matters to you. Give it 12 weeks. Follow this system. Track your execution. Hold yourself accountable. Don't just be interested in changing your life. Be committed to it. If this video helped you see goal achievement differently, hit that like button and subscribe for more book breakdowns that you can actually implement. And let me know in the comments, what's the one goal you're going to tackle in your next 12 weeks? The difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't time, it's execution. Start your 12-week year today.